usually when we want to discuss something, we have to anchor it objectively, and so that everyone have a common understanding. Okay, not yet, not yet. Upon building, you can make this anything. Okay, so later on when you start doing, please don't give direct meaning to this, and synchronize. Everyone, this is a black rectangular base. Okay, agree? No, you can be naming it as anything. Later on, we will teach you how to make sense out of it. Okay, that's kind of the reason why we need to alleviate the fear first. Okay, important to know is that we are doing all this Lego serious play also not because it is a gimmick that we want our students to achieve. Okay, when I'm teaching EdTech, I'm taking this module called the competency-based learning. Okay, if you all have done this module, you will know that competency-based learning is nothing new. It has been in ITE for at least maybe 15 over years. No, I could be wrong, but it could be even longer. Okay, there are three forms of learning that form competency. The first one is called integrated learning. Second is authentic learning, and third is flexible learning. These three learning combined together, the three-form learning is actually our hallmark. I don't know whether any one of you have seen this slide before, but when we are put into deliberation of teaching competency-based learning in IT context, this is really our product, and we are marketing it out now to countries, and we teach them why ITE is unique. Besides all the hardware that we have, this is actually our software. We have three forms of learning, and I want to bring you to this attention. If you look at it, there are four competencies that make up our students' learning. Okay, the one that is familiar to you is technical methodology. So if you do technical competence, means that as long as a certain task needs to be executed, soldering, you just teach. Who care how you solder? As long as your solder looks good, you pass. Okay? We don't care your emotional state, You could be very sad still doing soldering, or you could be very happy still doing soldering. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I assess you, you can solder. So that is technical competency. Okay. Moving forward, methodological competency means we want to understand what are you thinking when you're doing the soldering. What are you thinking? Is it really just solder and soldering iron put together and then that's it? Is it like that? No, do you have a thinking like maybe for different PCB board, the way you solder will have to adjust accordingly. You need to analyze. So that type of thinking where we want to empower the students to go beyond just doing. Okay, they have to learn how to analyze things. Okay, so that part is methodological competence. And of course, the last two is the hardest to achieve. Sociological competence means when you are doing it, do you care about your partner? When you do it and he do it, does it matter? Does it bother? Because in a real production line, technically it does. Because when you solder in a way that could cause problem for others, then technically you're sabotaging others. So when you're doing your soldering, not only you just do the job, you also have to think about what is the impact for others, the environment, the safety. Like when you're handling the solder, or you're doing using the sucker tools to suck out, do you just suck out and don't care about safety? So psychological competence will actually make you think beyond just technical skill. And lastly, personal competence means that when you acquire that skill, so competent that your solder is almost perfect. Is this just enough? Is this important today? Reason, especially for personal competence. We all know ITE is also pushing for a lot of artificial intelligence, RPA, and eventually you will find that all of us are redundant. Because people could be thinking that if we have a robot that can teach you, okay, or we have a machine that can do soldering so perfect, then what are we teaching our students for? Wasting their time, wasting our time, because at the end of the day, machine is going to take over everything. Okay, so we have to look into how we can enhance the ability, and this is the most critical part that all of us have this question. Why are we learning tools, pedagogy, methodology? It's because in order for you to infuse competence together. If you want to teach it separately, like what the APEC is learning, during our teaching to our new colleague, we teach them as a separate element, and they have hard time grasping it. They have hard time understanding it. Because why? They are operated separately. This is the toughest part. They should not operate separately. In fact, all these four should be blended and should be executed as naturally as possible, as reasonable as possible, so that we can understand and appreciate what are the job you're doing. And that is the reason we bring to Lego seriously. Because when you are playing with Lego, it will first make you achieve certain technical competency, not in terms of skill, but in terms of knowledge. So you have execution of knowledge built into a Lego serious play. And with that, because you are building, you will need to think, you need to analyze, you will need to articulate. That is where you perfect your methodological competence. And when you are interacting with your peer, you are talking, you are sharing, that is where you are showing your sociological competence. And last but not least, once you get perfect in the way you can execute and done it in a nice, perfect way, you will know that your personal competence value goes up. So such tools, actually, it's a convenient avenue for us to practice competence-based learning. Okay? So I hope that I don't bore you with all the concept, because this is very important, and later on when we go into more teaching, you will know some things. So in tandem to our hands-on, minds-on, and hearts-on, Lego Serious Play to some extent also have its own slogan. Thinking with the hands. That means don't think too much, don't overthink, just build. When later I ask you to build, just build. Build any sheet also can, just build. Okay? Think with your hands, and you'll be surprised that even you're not thinking, your hands is actually thinking. Because science proven, when you activate your fingers to do things, you are actually emitting information extracted directly from the brain. There are values in the thing that you build. Okay? And of course, last but not least, when we go around, rule of thumb is that everyone will have to share their model, tell us certain things, which I will tell you what to say. Okay? Respect each other by not criticizing them. Hey, your idea dumb. Hey, your idea are not practical. We are not criticizing person. You can criticize the model. You can question the model. Okay? So you have to listen with your hearts. It comes in a very pure, just like kids, children don't, there's no racism in children. There is no biases in children. Only when we grow up, we also include that racism and biasness. Okay, so do come to Lego Serious Play. When you're doing it, even your students will feel that they do not need to be critical. Okay? They can critics, but they are not in the criticize mode and state of mind. Okay? So now we'll start. So this is what we did for College East. We have a group of DPV students. Usually we start out with DPV students. The reason also because they are more motivated. So we want to try out at least to see what kind of activities that we can introduce and get result. Because you can introduce anything. End of the day is just for fun. Then there's no actual learning. So no point. So my advocate is that if possible, find certain platform that you are comfortable with. There's no magic formula. You can find the most naughtiest student and try to play with it. You can play with the SCN, or you can play with the very good students. Doesn't matter. What is more important later on you will learn is that what makes you feel more comfortable, so that you can size up whether am I wasting time or am I using it as a tool to uncover information. And of course, in our college now, we also embark a lot on game-based learning, particularly started in school EIT. So we also collaborate with Applied Health Science for the nursing students. Now, even the nursing students are coming in to help us design some of the game. Initially, they are very reluctant. They say, I'm learning nursing stuff. What has it got to do with IT stuff? What has it got to do with that? But over a short period of 10 weeks, they grow the preference of playing. Through playing, they are learning. So we actually have an MOE TRF funded project that we actually ask our students to build everything in virtual world. So why am I showing this? This is not Lego. Why am I showing you this? Because Minecraft, if you happen to know what Minecraft is, it is actually a virtual Lego. It's a building block, just like what you see here. So there are similarity. It's just that instead of physical playing, you can actually move them into virtual playing. So they are still playing. The concept is we want them to engage in playing. And how much play can they do in order for them to absorb real content? That means tacit knowledge to explicit knowledge. How can we facilitate that? And when you do that, you will be surprised that you do not need to crack your brain to make them or force them to learn. They are the one who tell you how much they can learn. And therefore, you can adjust your intensity to achieve flexible learning per se. And then last but not least, this is one of the slides that we ask our students to build. Just stop at here, we will say that, what is this? By one look, you won't know. Okay? If the student don't explain, I also don't know what are they doing. So what is this? And what is that? Okay? Just to let you have some background, they are of same topic. Different view. So the diversity of views, even when you type to a same topic, can result in different views. And who cares? Because the building part is not the essence. The essence is the story part. So later, again, you will experience is that you don't have to build until so complicated. You can even build with just a few bricks stacked together, and then after that make a meaning out of it, and along the way, you will make adjustment to arrive at what we call a common principle. A principle that everyone agrees that what we are learning. Okay, so that is very critical. And most of the time, the good thing is, this is almost like hands-on. You know, our students are majority kinesthetic. So as long as anything that's hands-on, they will not tell you it's boring. Yeah, that is also one magical part of when we introduce this in theory lesson. We no longer use PowerPoint to teach. We just ask them to build, and then through the build, we articulate the question. And we even after that test whether they know or not, we run a Kahoot. You will be surprised that their knowledge retention is so much higher than you stand there, fresh PowerPoint, until the cow come home, they still can't do it. Because they are not interested. The way they learn things are no longer the way we learned in the past. By looking at PowerPoint, we even run a test. I asked my colleague to say, blast them, tomorrow we are going to have a class test. For the virtue of it, we want to cheat. Today, we give you the answer. So even with that kind of experiment, the next day, still got people fail. And when you ask, hey, I already give you the answer, what? They say, yeah, but I'm too lazy to learn. They don't bother. That's the attitude they are carrying. Because whether you like it or not, our students, you can label them as lazy or you can label them differently. But end of the day, when they don't want to learn, there's no way you can force them. Of course, we are not advocating you help them to cheat or give them all the answer, help them to pass the exam, pass the test. Not in this extent. But rather, we are doing an experiment to prove to especially people who are doubtful. Why are we doing this? No, I rather do drilling because I know that if I drill, at least half the class will pass. If I were to play, what happens if more than half of the class fail? Then how am I going to answer to my SH? How am I going to answer to my CM? Okay, so there is a delicate balance. But again, I'm not also overselling that by doing this, because I'm also trying out, I would say a pilot run. So I can't vouch for 100%. Okay, but from our last term result, now our CM started to blink the eyes. Because now he said, DPP class is our best class. How come the result is not as good as our lousy class? Then after coding, he found that because that lousy class was the class that played Lego seriously. And now he wanted to know, then how can we replicate that? Because it caught him by surprise that DPP results should be better. So by the virtue of it, why is it not better? So there are some correlationship. We are not here to justify that this is always true, but at least from our initial engagement, we find that students' engagement level goes up. They are more willing to learn on their own. they're more willing to articulate their own learning. And all we do is basically to pump them with information that is critical for them. Okay? And how do you do reflection? Later on, we also exercise a bit of reflection. So for our students, our key learning reflection is through MindMap. MindMap is very powerful. In fact, when they were, nowadays kindergarten, they teach MindMap. So it's not new to them. If I'm not wrong, this cohort, my last cohort, in fact, when I asked them for MindMap understanding, 70% confirm no MindMap. Only 30% tell me they don't know, which is also bullshit because they have been exposed to it. It's just that they don't care. Okay? The good thing about reflection is that you can do knowledge retention better. Okay, we will be exercising that too along the way when we are teaching. So of course, in a nutshell, and I quickly get started, is we can actually incorporate Lego Serious Play because it's a methodology into any pedagogy. So you could have project-based learning, simulation-based learning, case-based learning, even our Pepper. You can inject the rule of thumb. Anything that requires you to do brainstorming. So instead of the flip chart, the normal flip chart, let's gather around, let's discuss about the SWOT analysis, let's discuss about what's good, what's bad, good contrast, team pair, share, all these activities you can replace it with Lego Serious Play. Not for the sake of just replace, but because Lego Serious Play can build more insights. Okay, whatever you do with the activities that you have incorporated, nothing wrong. Okay, but if you want more from them, more in the sense of not data only, not knowledge only, but more of their participation. They are more actively willing to participate. You have to do something fun. And Lego Serious Play is the easiest to start. Okay? You do not need to have a PhD in order to do Lego Serious Play. You just have to make sure, learn the process well, which we will teach you throughout the session. Learn the process well. The process is also not very complicated. Fortunately, the two professors did not want to bore us with a lot of empirical study, a lot of research tools that is very difficult to execute. They actually downgrade it until it is so easy to execute. It's as good as our OSI layer. You don't have to do too much, but yet can achieve the objective. So for this case, we just simply insert activities into lessons, okay, into discussion. Good enough. Even if you decided to do it, you are not expected to do it every lesson. You're not expected to do it as many as you wanted to, but you have to think carefully. When you insert an LSP, it's almost like a poster. If you have a very long landline distance, there's a certain limit for landline. If you drag it too long, the signal will drop. So you need a booster. So to me, LSP is like a booster to boost the students' engagement level. If you find that to some extent, whatever I'm teaching or I'm going to teach is definitely going to bore them, they are not going to be interested, that is the first hinge. Then you should replace with something fun. And along the way, you will be showing them that they are retaining that knowledge. Okay, why you need to do that is very obvious, right? Because if lesson 1 knowledge is not retained, by the time you go until lesson 5, you will struggle. Because why? All the foundations are gone. They don't care. They don't recall knowledge. They don't even bother about lesson 1 and lesson 5 got link. That's usually what they tell you. Whatever you teach me 1 month ago, I already throw away already. I will come back to it only when exam is near. Okay, that is usually our response from our students. Okay, but if you observe, of course, in your LSP when we were training you, we will also be training you on lesson planning. Okay, LSP also must have lesson plan, okay, and their lesson plan, fortunately, not as detailed, complicated, and tough as our LEP, lesson engagement plan. Luckily, they also abandoned it. Because if you know LEP, I don't know which era is that. Before I joined, no LEP, then in between got LEP, now no more LEP. We also rejoin. But LEP is actually a very wholesome document for delivery lesson in very super detail. So detailed that even the creator find that what for? Because when I come to the classroom, the monkeys are jumping around how to execute. So it disrupts your plan. And therefore a lot of people perceive the plan is not relevant. It's only for auditor to see. So we cut and paste for auditor to see. Wow, so sorry. but in the actual execution, you really can't do it. Okay? So let's do it now. Okay, I covered enough background. In fact, when we are doing it, you will see that we will cover a bit more on the background stuff. Okay, first thing first is of course overcoming the challenge. What is our challenge here? Of course, the first question is, what the hell is this? I mean, what can Lego bricks use to do teaching? I can't relate. It's like this and there. How am I going? So you must overcome the teaching challenge. So first thing first, you see on your table sets of bricks. Okay, you can already see some people can't wait to build something already. That is the magical part. When we even teach our students, they are already doing it. And of course, in normal terms, daydreaming. I talk, I don't think you listen to me, right? You are doing whatever you're doing, right? But you'll be surprised that this is the engagement level we're talking about. You just engage. Did anybody tell you to start? No, but you started already. Because why? You are eager. That is the magic of Lego. Lego bricks, some extent, it appeal to anybody, and therefore you just get started. Simple as that. So, without giving you specific structure, because I will cover the structure, without giving specific structure, let's get started now. Okay, get ready all the bricks that you have. Even if you have built already, please dismantle it nicely. Okay, scatter it around. Okay, but don't throw it all around. Just scatter around you. Okay, don't care what all these bricks are. There are some fat one, long one, short one. There are ladders. There are different colors. Does not matter. Your first objective, okay, I give you the time objective first. Within 5 minutes, your job is to build the tallest tower as what you perceive. But please don't start first. Let me brief you the rules, the ground rules. Tallest tower doesn't necessarily mean by height. They are the tallest. Let's say 10 cm, 15 cm. So 15 cm is the tallest. You don't care. The definition here means you have to build a tower based on your own perception. So don't capo your friend. Don't say, oh, this guy built a 5 centimeter. I must build 10 centimeter. So that I'm the taller than the guy. Don't care. Based on your perception, you can use whatever you can use. That means whatever you have in the pack, stack them up in whatever format, in whatever way, in whatever representation